All right, my new project. I'm becoming an apiary or whatever you call them, a beekeeper. This is the batch of bees I picked up yesterday down in Utah. They're all clustered. He just made this batch from his hives. Well, however he does it. There's a queen in there, and I was gonna place them today, but it's pretty darn cold and kind of breezy, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Picked up a bunch of equipment, smoker, this jacket with bonnet, gloves, brush, and then I was gonna buy some used hives, but the guy I went to buy them from, they were just junk, and he wanted to charge me almost as much as brand new, so I just bought some brand new packaged hives from the store. So this will be our placement setup. So let me just walk through this. This is the top lid right here. Pretty simple construction. In fact, I took measurements today. Well, I'll show you that in a second. This is the inner lid, and this is the brood box. So this is where we'll place the bees. We'll take the queen out of here. So there's a queen inside here in a cage, and she lets off some type of pheromone that they have to become accustomed to. They're clustered around her, and the sugar water dripping out of this can, feeding off of it. And once they get accustomed to her, they'll just kind of internally accept her as the queen, and then they'll stay with her in this box. I'll move this piece out, their little cage, and I'll set it in here, and I'll replace a cork in the top with a sugar tube, and the bees over a few days will eat that sugar and release her, and over that time they'll completely accept her as the queen, and then she'll stay in here. She'll start laying eggs in here, and they'll be building honeycomb and the little chambers that they put the brood into. And then we'll take that queen thing out, put this guy back in. And this is my feeder, because we're gonna be gone for a week, and so I am gonna put some sugar water in there, and it's spring. It's still cold here in Wyoming. You can see out there we still have some winter conditions, not too bad, but this week's supposed to be especially cold. And then once they fill this up, we'll put another deep brood box up on top. And then we'll keep the brood, the larvae, and the queen in these two boxes. And then we'll add honey supers, these smaller boxes, on top with most likely a screen that'll keep the queen from coming up through. It's this thing right here. This thing. So it's the regular bees can crawl up through it, but the queen will stay below. Some people use them, some don't. I haven't decided. And then you harvest. When it comes time to harvest in the fall, you'll harvest your honey out of these supers, but you'll leave the two brood boxes so they can winter over in those brood boxes. So anyway, let me show you the base here. So the base has just a gap for airflow. This piece right here that I set on is so when the hive is placed, the bee colony is placed, we'll set this bar across here so that it has a small opening. That way they only have to defend that small opening from a wasp or whatever for a time, and then eventually I guess you can rotate it over and have a bigger opening, or just leave it wide open. So, and this is kind of the landing platform, and they'll come in and out. Anyway, so I'm asking around what I should do, because it's supposed to be cold all week. We're potentially going to place this today. Add the sugar water, close it up, and let everything happen this week, and hopefully it goes well. It's starting to get a little more active today. They were pretty almost completely docile. So anyway, I was going to show you, I took measurements off everything and then just wrote them all down here. They all make sense to me. Hopefully they do to you. So, brood boxes, super boxes, brood frames, the top cover, the bottom base, so that I can build my own hives with all my lumber here to save money. So I think all of this whole setup here with boxes, I have 2 brood boxes and 2 honey supers, top, bottom, base, and all the frames. I think it costs like $300 and something, so kind of pricey. But I think I have all the wood that I could rebuild a second one minus the frames potentially for free. So, and maybe even a couple more. So I'll do that. So it doesn't look too complicated. All right, so it's a little bit windy. Let me try to block this. There we go. So we got this set up here up off the ground. And because I'm leaving for a week right at the outset, I've got these filled with sugar water. I'm gonna put the queen down in here, start dumping the hive in. So first time doing this, see how it goes. Get this. Hey, Corey.
Hey. How's it going?
This will be tricky. It's just got one hole. The queen's right up at the top.
Yeah.
How to get
Turn it upside down.
it upside down?
Yep.
Should go up.
Let's see if she'll go up. Is there some worker bees in with it?
No, just her.
She'll try. Do you have your candy strip?
Yeah, it's in my hand.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Just make sure she's. Which way she faced? Towards you or? There you go.
The wood's not covering the hole anymore.
There. Okay. There you go.
Just let that down like that. There you go.
That's a good idea. You can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
Bonnie says, just go down there.
when I left, I was like, I should have told him to come with me just in case. All right, this will be the fun part.
Yeah, smoke them a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Let the smoke go through the. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But they should be. This will probably be the calmest your bees will ever be. Is right now.
Yeah, it seems like they're pretty docile. Okay. You ready, Matt?
I guess.
I might do, Joe, is that bucket. Put your lid on it, and then move that bucket towards the entrance, and set that hole towards the entrance too. See what I mean?
Oh, this bucket here? Yeah. Oop.
Put it right over towards the entrance.
I forgot to fill up that second thing. Okay.
That means they're happy where they're at.
Oh, I was gonna put those other.
Oh, and you don't have to put that one on when you put the top here.
This?
Yeah, leave that on.
Okay.
What are you doing with the queen right now?
They're just hovering around her,
Okay, that's perfect.
and they're on the bottom thing.
That's exactly what.
Can I mush this down in there, or should I leave it?
Go just slow. Don't move out of the way. Go slow enough. Yeah, there you go. And when you do smush one, that's when they get really mad. They can smell it.
They can smell us.
Yep.
Smashed.
We'll get twice as many raspberries as you do.
Yeah.
When you mess with your babies, they'll follow you for about maybe 50 feet. And after 50 feet, they should leave you alone. Don't do that.
What do you think, Matt?
Cool.
The hive has started. Here, carry this. Should I just throw that can away? It's pretty full. What do you think? Good start?
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see.
Cluster around there.
Bro, that one's flying on its back.
You know, if you look at them, they all start all facing the same way. So the top ones are all facing that way, up. And they're all, that's called fanning. And they're creating a path to go through there to get the smell. So everybody will have that smell on them.
Okay.
And then they'll recognize it. And then in the summer, when they're out hungry, you'll see them there. They'll find wings and reasons to find it.
I think all the bees are in. They've been flying around this afternoon. It's kind of windy, so hopefully you can hear me. But just to close up this video, it's kind of boring and it was really windy, so sorry about the sound. But that's the first part of this field trip, making these for my students at my school, so they can see what I'm doing with these beehives. Kind of interesting. Keep coming out here all day and watching them doing their thing. They were roaming around pretty good, scouting, trying to find things. And now they seems like they're back in the hive because it's kind of cold for the night. So we put this reducer on. So there's just one small hole. That way if they only have to defend that small hole, and it just kind of keeps the hive a little more secure while they're so young. The hive is young, or it's just starting out. So anyway, all good to go.